Hello and welcome to the Nordic Takedown podcast. My name is Jason, the Captain Kirk, and we have a fun episode for you today, episode 106. And this one, we have some special guests. First of all, Jonah, you are not a special guest, but you are a host, and you're here to help grill our guests and have a
good
good
to be
time
back.
here.
It's a lawless time, and
It is a
four
lawless
podcast
time.
hosts walk into a bar. What happens?
Exactly, and it is 4 podcast hosts because we have with us today the dynamic duo of Always Tell Me the Odds podcast, the other Swedish podcast, as we normally tell people in the street. We have Magnus and Marcus.
Hello.
Welcome to the Nordic Takedown. How are you guys?
You start, Marcus.
All right. Hi, thank you. Nice to be here. We talk about you most often in our podcast. It's nice to be here, but I'm doing good. We have been These have been on this in planning for quite some time, but it's my fault. It took so long time.
Yeah. I think we talked about this probably when like our episode 98 or something, and there's actually now if we talk about this episode 100 for us, that doesn't really work, and then we go the week after, and then 2 months later we finally got there.
I mean, this is actually my second time on your podcast.
Yes, it is.
I did join Adam and Victor once. It was a while ago though, so
yeah. And actually those of us that are listening that actually also listen to both podcasts, and you can see actually who is who and match the voices because you both sound quite similar.
Okay.
I think listening to audio, you both sound quite similar. So I'm thinking, okay, who won this one? Who played this? Who's playing this deck?
Yeah.
And then I just realized, if someone's playing villainy, it's going to be Magnus, and if someone's playing heroic, it's going to be Marcus. So there we go.
Easy. Filthy villainies over there.
Oh man. So we're going to get know you very, very shortly, but we're going to do our Cantina catch up very quickly. What have we been doing for our swooning in the lawless time? What have we been doing?
I've been attending a lot of pre-releases actually. Really excited for rotation, and made sure that my weekend was completely clear of everything else. So I did the full Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and got to play yesterday as well on Tuesday. So
you've done four sealed pools.
Played 4 different leaders. Did play yellow in 3 of them. So spoilers, that's a strong color in limited. But honestly, I'm having so much fun with the new splash bases.
Mm-hmm.
I really love it in limited, but we'll get to that later.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna be getting into all of this very much later. But what about both of you? So we're going to move on quickly as well because from Jonah, because I'm really jealous that he got to play 4 pre-releases and I hadn't got to play 1. So I did our video, I did the deck, built the deck and everything, and I did a couple of videos. But my pre-release is tomorrow night. I'm inviting 3 people around, and I have pre-release boxes.
Nice.
That I've bought off a new local shop.
Cool.
It's still a pre-release tomorrow. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm getting a couple of the guys over from Vecqua
Nice.
Group, and a couple of Dolphin, your one here in Vanimal. So we're gonna have a little party at my house, and
Nice.
Yeah. But you guys had a couple of pre-releases or 1 pre-release and
Yeah, I attended Saturday, Sunday,
Mm.
and we have a post-release pre-release on on this Sunday coming Sunday. So I agree with Jonah. It's really fun with the new bases, but we'll get into that, I guess. Marcus didn't make it to the Saturday one, right?
No, that was why we couldn't record this earlier, because I had 6 days of almost 40 degrees Celsius fever, so I was out. Wow. So I didn't have the energy to go to Saturday, but I was on Sunday. It sucked.
Nice.
It was fun to play, but, but yeah. And then we had a post pre-release later on this week.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really count victories in pre-releases, right? It's just more for the fun. So
Yeah, it's more for the fun.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Opening new cards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I just want to open packs.
Yeah, but we also got the press kit like you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
opened the cards there, and we have tried out Spotlight decks and stuff like that. So that
Nice.
was like our get to touch the cards the first time.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm
Yeah,
so
and I
happy
mean,
that
I don't know if
give us that.
you want to talk about this, but I really love the new booster packs, like how they
Yes.
no more
Yeah.
foils
So good.
and all of the a lot of hyperspace cards and hyper foils.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's
Absolutely.
crazy.
But
Just
actually,
from the
this-
pre-releases, my stack of hyperspace and hyperfoils is so big.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh my goodness, yeah, some absolutely beautiful high performance. And we can actually get into this because we've all got the press kits and plays. What did you guys think of the showcase? Actually, getting your hands on and playing the not the showcase,
Spotlight.
the
Spotlight.
spotlight decks.
I mean, we played them against each other. Of course, I played Leia and Magnus played Jabba, and I really enjoyed it. And I actually think Leia was really fun to play and actually really good. I think that if you take that deck, tweak it a little bit, I actually think it could be good in locals or something. It's
a couple more off aspect stuff as well, because you only have the two options for using the base, where you wouldn't necessarily pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did notice that if you let Han Solo unit, the new 1/1 shielded that gets an experience token every time he attacks, if you don't take care of him quickly, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, I haven't finished editing our spotlight deck video yet, but my friend Dolph played that one, and I just thought, it's fine. I'll leave it, and it ended up being the deciding card. So we played again, and I killed it first.
good.
I feel like Leia can be kind of crazy if you play like Kanan and Zeb or other great early cards. So she can deploy as a 6/6.
Yeah.
But I mean, you won't always be able to do that, but when you do, that's really strong.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time she'll deploy as a 5/5, which is good enough anyway. But if you can get out, so if you set it up right, then you also have the potential 7/7, possibly if you pay a little bit higher. But looking at the leader's effect, I kind of found that maybe the paying 2 for your effect is quite a bit.
Yeah.
But then but when I actually played it, I thought, well, actually, I haven't really got anything going with curve here. I'm just gonna boost Han.
Yeah, I mean,
for 2. He's still got a shield. He's not going anywhere. And it was actually quite a good effect. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's probably a bit too expensive most of the time, but as you say, sometimes it might work. And of course, in these, like, the spotlight decks are not like the best decks. Maybe you can make them better. So when you play these decks, you can probably use the leader effect more often, because it's not like you don't have the perfect perfect card every time. So I guess
I think I'm used to play. I played Rey quite a bit in the beginning. So in my first PQ, I played Rey Tarkintown. So I always hated that I needed to pay 1 to boost with her. It was so annoying. So now when I got Leia and there were 2 costs, and I was like, this will never work. But it actually is like, you just have to think about that when you go on the curve. It's like your curve is just like dragged out so much more. But and also you don't have to use it all the time. And we also have another leader, Amphis, that is the same thing. You need to pay 2 to use the action, and I hate that. But it's fine.
But and actually with this set, if you go down the credit route, then those 2 resources you're paying could be the credits that you pick up or get given with other effects. So there's other way around that. I found the Jabba deck very fun as well, though. Like, every game I opened up with the new is it
Salacious Crumb.
Oh,
I mean, we only
so
played we only played 1 game, And I think I didn't really get into the Java deck. We did a lot that day. We did all of the videos, so we didn't have like the time to go through the cards and check what's actually in there. So we just shuffled up and played. But I agree with you, Jason. I think it's could be a very fun deck to play, actually.
Yeah, it really is. Like when I played out, I was like, okay, you're going to play out Slacer's Crumb for 1, bring it back to hand, get a credit, play it out again, hit again. And like Dolph was like, wait, how are you doing so much in turn 1? How is this even possible? And I think we went into turn 2 and I'd already done 3 damage on his base or something stupid. And I was just having too much fun with that I misplayed quite a bit because I just wanted to keep spending my credits and bringing him out again.
I mean,
cool.
I haven't tried the Spotlight decks, but both Leia and Jabba are actually playable in Limited too. Jabba needs way more setup, but I did play a nasty Jabba deck on the Sunday that had the 8/5 with Overwhelm. It's a red villainy from the world card that you can ambush. And that just takes out the unit, puts so much damage on the base, so you get in this awkward stalemate or like check positions. But Leia is also a staple.
Absolutely. Great. Well, that's what we've been doing. The topic, apart from kind of getting to know Marcus and Magnus, the main focus of the episode, we're actually going to be looking at our pre-release experiences, or I guess limited experiences with what we've been playing. And they're also going to be looking at, what we are looking at in terms of decks we want to play this set, decks we want to build, and maybe touching on a little bit what we think the meta is going to be, but it's still very early days because the rotation has just completely mixed up, everything. Some big decks, you're turning, like we're looking at a Boba, the pilot Boba deck, and suddenly it's lost so much green and yellow's more strong, for example. So we're going to discuss a little bit around them. But before we do that, we want to get to know you guys and your podcast as well. So you guys have Always Tell Me the Odds podcast. Really fun name. Where did you get to that name?
I mean, we looked up a lot of different names. Is anyone doing this name as a podcast or a YouTube channel? And when you're in Star Wars territory, it's kind of hard finding names that actually is not taken already. So I don't really remember how we went from. We went from trying to find out if Never Tell Me the Odds was, but that was already taken. And then I'm not sure if it was me or Marcus who just said maybe we should just flip it around and take it Always Tell Me the Odds instead.
And we also talked about this, that we should have a segment in the end of every episode where we ask each other for an odds or something. What is the odds to get struck by lightning twice, or to get hit by a stormtrooper or whatever? But we didn't want to use Never Tell Me Odds, so we Always Tell Me Odds. And also, if you short it, it's ATMTO. So it's kind of an AT-AT walker. It's like it sounds like that when you say ATMTO. So the short of it was also a good thing you could use. So
I do keep wanting to say ATMO or something like that, but it's ATMO. Like he's got ATMTO.
It's a rival band of Max Rebo. ATMO band.
Absolutely. But how did so you started the podcast, but what's the premise of what your the base of the podcast? Because it's just the two of you, both of you on each episode. What's the idea of the structure of the podcast, or what's your focus?
So me and Magnus have known each other for a very, very long time. I don't know, it's like 25 years or something like that. Wow. And we wanted to do something together because we like Swoo. And Magnus have been playing TCGs for 20 years, 30 years, something like forever. And I have played none. So I am completely new to TCGs. I don't know anything about it. So that's the premise of the podcast, was that Magnus is the more experienced one and I am the newbie, and we try to look at the game in those two perspectives, so to say. So Magnus has this, like, he can tell instantly if a card is good or not, or if it's something will work, and I'm like, oh, this is so good, and everybody's like, no, it's not. It's like, okay. so I have
I'm right there with you.
yeah. And also going to, like, when we went to my first PQ in Copenhagen, I had played the game like a month maybe, but I went there and had a good time. And yeah, trying to, like, talk in the podcast, we tried to talk about stuff like that. What was I thinking? What should you think about as a new player? What can happen and what will happen, and how do you think about the rules and the opponents and the decks and whatever. So that was kind of the premises we went into. That one is a very experienced player and one is a newbie.
Yeah. I mean, Sorry.
Carry on, please carry on.
Yeah, it's just I mean, I've actually been starting to thinking about this lately now, because you have played quite a while now, so you're not a newbie anymore. So we
it depends on who you compare to.
Yeah, of course, but it's a big difference from when we started till now. It's an enormous big difference, I'd say. So I guess we have a different perspective now than we have when we started.
For sure. And also you have dragged into, because I started to play a little bit of Riftbound. I play Pokemon now with my daughter. I played Weiss and Schwarz with my daughter. So it's nice, like, there's cards everywhere in it. Like, what is happening? So yeah.
Oh, we're not going to lose you to Riftbound, are we, Marcus?
No. I like to play a good game that actually works well.
With rules that make sense.
Exactly.
Someone's actually lent me a box of Riftbound to have a look through and see what I think.
It's a fun game, but it's mechanic wise, Swoo is like light years better.
Yeah. Awesome. But you said, okay, Marcus, I'll ask you this first. You said that, this is your first TGC, but what do you have a gaming background in general?
Yeah.
Like figure spiel, like miniature games.
Yeah, so I started playing pen and paper RPGs when I was 6 years old. So that is like 40 years ago. So that was back in the days. So I've been doing that a lot. And I've been doing a lot of board games. I also played Warhammer and Necromunda and stuff like that. And actually, we were very involved in this the Swedish organization Sverok. That is where all the... Nice. Yeah. And we were very involved there. We had I was the... ordförande. I don't know what the chairman. The chairman of a fairly big organization here down in Scania, where we were like 200 people, members or something like that. And we also arranged something called SydCon, which is a huge convention where there were like 600 to 800 people coming, where there were board games, RPGs, figure games, anime, whatever. And actually, me and Magnus, we were the generals of that 1 year, and I've been responsible for the board games for a long time. And I've also been a gamer all my life, computer gamer. I've been streaming on Twitch for 7 years, about 7 or 8 years, doing YouTubes. And so I've always been into gaming and playing stuff, but never TCGs, because I never found a TCG that I tried Magic way back in Pokemon, but they were not good. I didn't like them as games. And then Magnus were like, you need to try Swoo. It's a little bit different. And I tried it, and it's like, it's fucking good game. It's from all the games, all categories, board games, figure games, whatever I played. Yeah. Swoo mechanics it's absolutely amazing. I think FFG have made such a good job like creating a good game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, completely agree. Last question for you, Marcus. Favorite board game? Gamer. Favorite board game?
Settlers of Catan, the old version.
With wooden pieces, not the plastic pieces.
Yeah.
The rules haven't changed, but I can't stand the plastic one. Yeah.
I won the Swedish championship twice with that.
You're that good.
Well,
was that a competitive game?
It was back in my days.
Yeah, I mean, board games, like even Terraforming Mars is a competitive game now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But some games are more politics and like nagging your friends about trading with you. Other games are more
Diplomacy. Let's be unfriendly with all your friends.
Exactly. But I mean, it's not as bad as how Monopoly can completely ruin a Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
my brother
mean,
used
we've
to
all
be.
experienced that. Like when you tell someone you like board games, and Monopoly, Risk,
Yeah,
and
I
Uno.
know. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Love
that's
Ludo.
no, exactly. Yeah, actually, my kids wanted to play Monopoly, a kids' version of Monopoly, and I actually had a good time playing with Monopoly with them beforehand because it ended in half an hour,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
I'm just like, this is the kind of Monopoly we want, the one that finishes quickly.
You just completely smashed them.
Yeah. But Marcus, your background in TCG, so you are the TGC Pro.
Oh, you mean me?
Magnus.
Yeah,
Magnus.
sorry. Yeah,
Did I say Marcus? Sorry, Magnus.
I wouldn't say pro, but I've played a lot. I mean, it's more for fun than skill, I'd say in my case. But yeah, I've played. I mean, as Marcus said as well. I mean, we met started playing RPGs together, like pen and paper. We played all kinds of miniature wargaming, a lot of board games, of course. That's been with you and me for like my whole life. And TCGs, I've played a lot as well. A lot of different TCGs. I really love the Vampire: The Eternal Struggle TCG. I played that for a very, very long time. I played some Magic, of course. I played Flesh and Blood quite a lot when that a couple of years. Quite competitive. Never won anything big, but as in SWU, I've never won anything big, but I usually do quite well in smaller tournaments. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very experienced in it. And I really, as Marcus, I do actually really think Star Wars Unlimited is one of the best games I've played in my life. And I'm also a very big Star Wars fan, so that helps, I guess. But I would never stay for the like keep on playing the game just for Star Wars. That I'm not that kind of player. I really want a good game, and this is right now, in my opinion, the best TCG out there. So
it's definitely a player's game.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
here.
I guess if you listen to this, you like Star Wars Unlimited as well. But and also, I mean, there is so many aspects of it that it's so good because when I told Marcus, you have to try this game, I could do that because it's so easy to learn. It's super easy to learn. I mean, I played with both my kids. I have two sons, 9 and 11, and we played a lot. They're actually coming with me on Sunday for the pre-release to play. The last pre-release, my 11th-year-old, he actually finished third in the tournament. I think we were like 20 people. So that shows how easy it is to learn this game. But then, as an experienced player, and I really like to compete, even if I don't win that much, maybe. I really like to compete, and it's such a hard game to master as well. So it's so good in so
Really
many
high skill ceiling.
really high skill ceiling, and that's also good. So yeah, it's
I mean that's the fun. It is that chess based, you go I go kind of thing where you know you can pick up and play, but there's longevity that you can carry on getting better at it because like even now with the new cards and the new sequencing, it completely changes. When our video finally comes out, I made at least 4 or 5 completely like crazy noob play errors, misplays. And it's like, you know, I joke with Dolph. It's like, hey, who's the noob now? Because that was really stupid trying to put an upgrade on something that is at the Stygian Shadow Stygian Prime. I put that on something that was literally going to be destroyed at the end of the turn. It was like, why? I was like, there we go. Yeah. The game is developing and growing all the time. So it's never going to get boring. It's never going to be boring. Especially now that Harm 1 is rotating out.
There's just so much interaction.
It's so much
with the back and forth nature. So
2
games never feel. I mean, if there's meta decks, you both know them. They can maybe feel a little bit the same, but since there's so many decisions, much interaction, it doesn't just feel the same. Like I do my thing, you do your thing, and then
But I think that is one of the absolute strengths of Smooth, that you can be. I mean, you need to be very skilled to win something. When I played against Emil, for instance, who won the Malmö game week last year, I almost have no chance. Even if we change decks, he still wins because he's so much better than me as a player, which goes that it's skill based. But then I can play with my daughter. She's also coming on the post pre-release in the weekend. So we are a bunch of kids coming there when we're playing together. I also play with my girlfriend. She has no gaming background whatsoever, but we can buy 12 packs, build 2 decks, and play against each other and have a very good time. So I love that with a game, that you can be a complete beginner and have fun with it, and then you can be in a very high skilled environment where skill is actually what is winning. And I think that is very uncommon in games, and it is totally here.
I think it's kind of a delicate balance though, because even though it's fun to play with the game and interact with the cards, I notice when new players come into the community, it's so important that they also win sometimes. Because for instance, in my community in Oslo, we have so many great players. So if you just show up there, you're gonna get smashed. So you need also kind of this entry point into the game, right? You need other new people of about the same skill level, so you also can feel some mastery when you get better.
I know all about losing to the good guys.
I mean, you need to let like some of the newer players win a little bit more often. I think that Magnus, that's what you did to me on the stream, wasn't it? The Linköping thing, letting the new players win. I mean, it's so kind of you to
or the people who doesn't know very well. Yesterday it was condemn, I take it away. Condemn, I take it away. Condemn. I was like, dude.
That's my curse. I always lose on the stream, so I don't know why I agree to play on stream anymore. But,
I mean, I've said this to you before. Like, I think you weren't exactly that happy about it. For me, that was probably a highlight of my whole Star Wars Unlimited. Winning on stream and having Ibo from the UK doing the commentary on it, and it hurt a little bit hearing that. Oh no, that wasn't the best play. That's the difference between some players and really good players. I'm thinking, oh, dude, I had a reason to do that. That's hard.
Was it a good reason though?
No, it was the whether I should have taken back up the Millennium Falcon at the end of the second game or not. He said always take it up as a plan, but I had another one in hand, so my plan was to get you to try and get rid of it and use something to get rid of it. So then you've used your resources, so I can bring out the second one and win the game that way. So there was a plan. It just made me sound like a noob.
That's another card we're very happy to not see anymore.
Yeah and no. It's just completely my Sabe deck. Like not having Falcon Sabe. My Sabe red is just not quick enough.
It's not the same deck anymore.
Really,
lost like half of the cards that deck.
And more than that, I think more than that, it's got like the faith in your friends going into the shuttle, like so many things that made that deck work. Just don't work now. So there's no, we're not going to have a rematch just yet. With those leaders.
But guys, maybe you want to do kind of a last plug before we move on to the pre-release. Do you guys also release weekly episodes?
So we release every second week. We started every week, but it's live, you know. But we release an episode every second week, and we also release them on YouTube. And we occasionally do YouTube videos also, especially when we get the press kits. And now we have also done some shorts with opening packs and stuff like that. So, and we have a Discord channel. It's not very active, but it's so you can contact us because we love interactions and we love to have feedback and talk to our listeners. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. A quick plug then for events before we get on to talking about the pre-release builds that we made. The PQs dates are out, but I don't have them in front of me.
We've confirmed so far we will be casting the Norwegian one. That's 30th of May in Porsgrunn.
Yes.
It's a bit harder to get to, not in Oslo this time, but it's possible. There's a train from Oslo, and if you're driving from Sweden, then you can just drive for 2 more hours.
34 hours later.
I mean, I'm taking the bus down to Malmö every time, 8 hours, so you shouldn't be the guys complaining here.
No. Fair enough.
Yeah. And the Swedish PQ is also in May in Malmö.
Yep. 17th of May.
Yep.
Oh, true. That's why
I know, Jonah. I'm sorry.
What better way to celebrate?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's our national day in Norway, so probably won't be any Norwegians there.
You're going to be just, selling more oil and...
Most people will be getting drunk, but...
Have you reached out to see if you can stream the Malmö one yet, or...?
I'm not sure.
Not yet, because they're in May. Not a lot of the organization has got. It's still early days, and so we haven't done that.
I guess we can.
The finished one is May as well, so
we can help you out there. I think that would be amazing if we can.
That'd be brilliant.
Set that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Probably someone will be there in person, so we can.
Yeah, because it's for myself. Because Prague is also the Prague RQ regional qualifier is also in the middle of those two tournaments.
Yes,
and so I'm actually have a very big possibility myself of actually getting to the RQ this time. I'm even thinking of driving through Germany, taking the greener route and a bit of a road trip.
Yeah, especially if you fill up the car. That is.
Yeah.
With electricity. Yeah.
No, I mean with people. I think if you're alone in the car, I don't know if it's actually greener than a flight, but
if you're alone in the car, but if there's 4 of us going, then I'm sure we can do
then
that.
it's easy.
The RQ is happening there. The other events that are happening, I can't remember the date for the Finnish PQ, but the Cantina Brawl, which is Manatorsk in Kuvda, they do these big tournaments with really heavy pricing, really, really crazy heavy pricing. 21st of March, so I'll be there. We haven't decided if we're gonna stream that one yet. I'm kind of looking forward
next
to
week,
which is next week.
Wow.
So we're getting ready for that.
It's gonna be so cool to see. New meta.
Yeah, which is going to be really good. Then the 11th of April, there's another tournament in Malmö, which is the Malmö Open Qualifier, and so you get qualification there to the SWU Open.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice this year, because if you're planning to go to Malmö Game Week, which you should, because that's an amazing tournament. The last week in September this year, Malmö Game Week, not August, so September this year. If you get top 4 in the Open, you get a round 1 bye in the Malmö Game Week tournament. So that's quite nice.
That's nice.
Yep. Absolutely, and we're going to be doing another exclusive playmat as well.
Oh, nice.
So we will be another reason to get along. And actually, bringing up the playmat, we're going to be doing another video shortly, because I haven't had a chance to get the full list of names. There's been a couple of other late entries just before, so I need to kind of get that together. But this weekend we'll announce who has won the final playmat.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to give that away.
Yeah. Then I think last we have to wish good luck to Victor and Wade, Steve the Pigeon. Is that his gamer tag? Yeah. Going to the Nexus Invitational this weekend.
Exactly.
And they will be representing Nordic Takedown. For some reason, we got an invite, even though we're not a competitive team. But we are super happy about it. And it's going to be super fun to see the new meta and follow Victor and Steve or Wade.
Yeah, a lot of aggressive negotiations going to be happening there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's going to be a discussion for later. Oh, wow. Quickest ban card in history, maybe, but that's...
Force throw is a breeze compared to that card.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So let's move on swiftly into our pre-release experiences then. How many times did any of you play aggressive negotiations? No, that's a secure. That's a sec.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
0.
Sorry, because it wasn't a meta card during secrets.
Yeah.
You didn't really think about it, but because of the card draw.
It could go into some decks, actually. Yeah, I know Marcus have it in one of his old decks, and I actually did in the tournament we faced when you beat me on stream, Jason. I did play in my Palpatine Data Vault. I did have one aggressive negotiations actually main deck and one in the sideboard. I did win some games with that, doing with like 8 or 9 cards in my hand.
Yeah, because you did have I think one of the funniest, watching back on the stream of our game, a very funny comment was someone talked about the library that you have in front of you, and you not being able to do anything of it because I'm getting rid of all the cards that you can actually do something with, and you've just got a library of other cards there, but you didn't play it. You get me?
No. That's it's not for the aggro matchups. It's it's more for the control matchups there to finish the game, I guess.
I love the card in my Yoda Red Force deck when taking out Luke. Rest in peace, my beloved Luke, and then play aggressive negotiation, hit him for 17. The opponent was so happy, and now you see it in every deck. It's like no,
yeah. But I mean, it was a card there, but now because of the amount of card draw and everything that we're going to be seeing, it could potentially be a very big problem there.
Yeah.
But let's go past that now that I completely forgot that it isn't in Lawless time. But what did you guys play this weekend? I think go with Magnus because you were on Saturday. We played.
So I was. So I think we weren't that many players on Saturday. I don't remember how many we were, but I think we were 10 or something like that, and everyone besides one player played a blue base or leader. So a lot of blue because all of the removal is in blue, I guess. And it was the first pre-release we played. I finished second that day, playing Vel Sartha. And I only lost to the winner, who also played Vel.
Okay.
Pre-release. Feels like she's a very good leader in Limited, at least.
Well, for me, that was a surprise. I don't know. I just felt like giving away credit tokens.
Yeah, but you get the momentum of like getting the experience token and using the units right away when you get
There's definitely some risk, but I think the big power is when she deploys, because at that point the credits don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And she will be kind of a 5/8 if you buffer herself, right?
Yeah,
that's
when
a huge win condition.
When she deploys, she is just a new Leia from last set.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every time she attacks, she gets an experience token, and in this set, you really don't have any like removal to take care of leaders. In secrets, you at least have had the I'm not sure what it's called, but when you can retaliation, you could actually get rid of a leader, but now you don't have any removal that takes her down, so you have to kill her. And because you've gotten the momentum before with bigger units, because you get an experience token each turn, you've often done a lot of damage to base already. So one or two hits from Vel when she deploys usually does the trick.
Also, if you get there's a blue 3-cost card where if you play that, the all credit token loses its abilities, and there's also a lot of credit hate that you can use in Vel. So it's even if you give them credits, you can just take them away again. So you just
the key card, I guess, think no one should pass up this in like play. You should play this card in every deck in limited. In my mind, is the new upgrade, the mastery upgrade.
Yes.
Because of the difficulty of removing leaders in this set. Deploy any leader and put mastery on that leader, and it's so devastating for your opponent.
There's no problem paying 5 for it.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, yeah, you could use your base if you want to and pay the right amount, but 5 is okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's an interesting thing there, because even looking outside of just the time, a Lawless time, this set, looking at the constructed now with the 4 sets we have, there isn't a huge amount of control cards that can deal with leaders anymore, right? Because Rivals Fall is gone. That was obviously the big one.
We have single reactor ignition.
Yeah,
but
and we do have another card that can the governor's shuttle actually do take out leaders. If you only have your leader on board, you can play governor's shuttle. So it's kind of a new power of the dark side in one way.
And even that what I think one of my favorite cards in this set, Shadow Stygian Prime, the upgrade that stops there. That's even only on a non-leader unit, so you can't even put that on a leader unit to knock the leader out. So there's the Ultron leaders could be strong again.
And like there is not many upgrades there that is in this set, so the mastery upgrade is like unique, and there is not that much upgrade removal either, so that's what makes it so strong, to just build up your leader.
I actually found myself playing Sabine even in villainy,
just because
so I could deal with mastery.
Yeah. Cool. So you played Vel on Saturday, and Marcus, what did you play on Sunday?
I also played Vel on Sunday, but I played a green variant, and it didn't work at all. So I only played 2 matches with her, and then I changed to Enfys green. Actually, works better. Not very good, but it's. I had such a bad headache, and I was still taken from the illness, so I didn't do very well. But it's also I when this set comes out and there are so many different combinations you can do, and all the colors are everywhere, I can feel that I am very new to TCGs, because I have a very hard time to build a sealed deck with this set, way more than I had on the secrets or legends and so on.
That's something I really noticed too.
It's very hard, but it's just ordering the cards on the map is insanely hard for me because it's so messy. But I tried Vel because I heard that the day before it was really good. Everybody played Vel, and it's such a good leader, and I was like, I got Vel. And then I started playing, it was like, didn't work at all for me. But it's, I mean, it also depends on what cards you get, the other cards you get, and so on. But I enjoyed playing, at least. But it's So
I mean, I played Boba on the Sunday. Really fun leader to play, actually. I did get a pristine Maul in my pre-release box. So I wanted to play that, and I didn't get any Vel, so why not? Because we were 18 people, I think, on Sunday, and again, both the winner and the runner-up played Vel in this tournament as well. So I'm not sure yet that she is as good as Leia was in the last limited set. I don't think so, but she's definitely like in the top tier of leaders in limited. I'd say.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think also it could be kind of an example of like a local meta happening.
Yeah.
Because as soon as some good players start towards Vel, other will kind of, oh, she's good, and then the good players will pick Vel, and then they will get good results, and then okay, she's strong.
Yeah.
But I think at the 4 pre-releases I attended, none of them were won by a Vel.
Okay.
Okay.
And I played 4 different leaders. I played Vel. Then I played Aura Sing, Vel Green, Aura Sing Yellow, the Client Blue, and lastly Boba Fett Yellow.
Okay.
And by far the best deck I had was the Client.
Yeah.
Mostly because my pool was great. I had like 50 cards to consider and then cut down to 30. So it's like so much stuff I could use in the deck. But secondly, because honestly, I think the Client is crazy strong. Because there are some Saboteur cards that can kind of kill him, but usually the shield is very tough to deal with. So I consider him maybe in limited better than a 4/6 because he's a 4/4 shielded.
Yeah.
And there's so many good shielded units in blue. So if you play blue-yellow, you can play Sentinel with the shield, the droid laser turret or whatever, and then exhaust something. If you're playing against a Vel, you can exhaust whenever they buff.
Did you have a lot of token creation in that? 'Cause it feels like because his action is if you created a token this phase, exhaust an enemy unit. So it feels like to use that you need to be lucky with your card pool, right?
Yeah, but I had mostly shield tokens.
And that works well, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah, because it's
just tokens.
Just tokens.
So created a token, yeah, of course, yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to get Alan on Jabba's Den because he has a crazy Sly Moore green deck from Secrets of Power that he now changed to the Client, which he says is super strong. That creates a lot of spy tokens.
Okay.
Because they're also tokens, and then you can exhaust with the Client. But
this is
that's really fun.
Yeah.
This is interesting because we played a draft yesterday in locals, and I played the Client, and I thought he sucked because he was so weak, and I used his ability once, and almost all my cards created tokens in some way, like shield tokens, credit tokens, experience tokens, but it did not work at all for me. It was like, why are people playing this one? It's not good at all. But I think that could be the experience level here, that I am not very experienced in the game, so I don't see the synergies well enough, and I don't have the lines, because it's kind of complicated, I think, to play it and do it in the right sequence. So you play something, do the token, use the exhaustion, and so on.
It's super easy to misplay. And that's exactly what I did in the final against Alan. I mega fumbled. So I think all my pre-releases, I went X1. So I ended up second to fourth somewhere in the tiebreakers. But had a great time. Opened 1 prestige. It was a Rio Durant, which I played in the Client deck. Really good. Bouncing a unit, giving it a shield, then you can exhaust something. So that was, just had a blast overall. On Sunday, actually, we opened 3 showcases among the people there. I didn't open one, but it was still great seeing people have fun with that. But one thing that I want to really highlight is maybe the thing I like the most with the new booster changes is that we finally have something else to be excited about and say like, oh wow, look what I got. And that is so cool when you get the prestige card, because you can't expect to get the prestige card in 6 packs. But when you do, it's like, wow, look, I got this, and everybody turns around and, oh, congrats. And that's just so much more excitement compared to when maybe you weren't
when those showcases turn up, like
no, but when maybe you weren't even that excited about legendaries and there was nothing else.
There was actually something we talked about both yesterday and on the pre-releases. I think we have opened 4 or 5 showcases in our local group those 2 days, and then also like opening the boosters now. I think the FFG have done a really good job changing that, because now it's actually, when you open the pack, it's actually exciting to do it.
Yeah,
I think it was still fun in secrets and legends and so on, but it was more like opening it and having the cards. Now it's actually like, what will I get here? What is the hyperspace card? Where is the hyperflow card? Will I get a prestige card? Will I get a legendary? There's so much going on in the booster pack.
Yeah,
I think that's super, super good. And the only thing is that when you get a rare base on the rare slot, but you know that it will take that away the next set. So it's fine. I'm fine with that, because they have actually listened to us and done some changes that are really good.
Yeah. But some of the rare bases are, again, I think really good as well. And especially like when you get the hyperspace foil rare bases in those as well, because then that also happens. And I've seen a few actually, and my friend here, Dolph, opened I think 2 hyperspace foil bases on the rare one, and I was like, okay, that's actually really nice and something to.
Yeah, but if I understand correctly, you should be able to do that in the next set as well. Just that it's going to be in the.
It's just in the
in the
slot
base slot, so that's so much better.
Yeah,
especially for drafts and sealed, because it's you don't want to open 6 sealed boosters and have 3 rare bases. That's really bad.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So
how was this set with drafting? You said like yesterday you drafted with
it was tough.
Messy.
It's I mean, it only did 1 draft. I did kind of a meme draft, because in my first pack there was a Max Rebo legendary, so of course I had to pick that one. And I had both Lando and Krennic as leaders to choose from. So I think, why not go for it and try to make a deck that makes tokens and play big stuff. So I ended up playing Krennic in my first game, and then I changed to play Lando in the other 3 games. And it went quite okay. I think I won 2 and lost 2. 1-2 with Lando. He felt like he could actually. It was one game where Max Rebo was on the board for like 3 or 4 turns. So I think I had two cards left in my deck when we ended that one. But in that same game, I also played the 9-cost 10/10 space unit on turn 5. So that was quite nice.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of fun to do the draft, but it was again very hard, because there are so many color combinations. But one thing that I noticed both in the pre-releases and in the draft was that before I tended to not taking cards that were out of aspect, but now it's like, whatever. It's I can use the base ones and then just put cards in there or pay some more for it, because you can get credits and so on. So it's way messier, but it's interesting.
It's gonna be harder to tell what people are playing on the table in the first packs, because you can just pick all the good cards, because you do want to probably splash 3, 4, or 5 cards in your deck anyway. So you can take all the best cards. So it's going to be really hard to tell what your opponents are playing in the first, when you pass around the decks. But it feels like it could be a good set to draft. Fun, at least.
I'm super interested to see how that will feel. I think it's probably going to change a lot to just picking the good cards. Because, for instance, Lost and Forgotten, the 6-cost removal, this is defeat a unit and heal 3 from your base. I think I played that in every deck I played, even though it wasn't blue, because 8 is also fine in the late game, and you can use your base. And so in a draft, why not pick that regardless, right?
Yeah.
But I think what you said, Marcus, about it being difficult to deck build, I kind of noticed that with newer players, and that they kind of spent a lot of time. And when I was done and in between rounds, I really like to just ask people, "Oh, do you want some feedback on your deck?" Or if they ask for help, of course. But then I usually just look at what cards they're not playing and just take out all the strong cards and just play those. Doesn't matter that they're out of aspect. Just add these.
Yeah.
It was the same for me on the pre-release when I changed from Val to Emphis. So Andreas, one of our local players, he was like, "Oh, you should play this card and this card and this card." It's like, I'm 35 now, and there's so many out of aspect. And he's like, "It's fine." It was fine. So yeah, it's a messy set to draft and to play limited in, but it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the new common bases allow for that fun to continue, right? Or that they allow you to look outside there, because it's not like where if you have 3 or 4 cards out of aspect, you're not necessarily going to draw all of those 3 or 4 cards during the game. So yeah, it's really fun to see.
Yeah. What I'm curious about is how those bases will do in Premiere, because I think 3 HP less just to be able to play 1 card, for me that is a little bit weird. And I mean, I had a hard time to play ECL and Tarkin Town losing 5 HP. So 3 for me, I'm a little bit scared about that, but it probably someone find a nice deck.
The card that you put in there to make that have to be good enough. So, for example, I've seen a few decks out there, and one that I'm trying out with Akbar. I think it's Thork's Akbar deck, where you're using, was it Unity?
Oh, Purpose, yeah.
Purpose of Unity. That's the card with the double yellow, and the fact that you can play that out on a wide deck on 6 resources, and that's the big play, and it just makes that huge. You can play those big double aspect cards out on thing as well. Is going to I can see those bases being quite popular now.
Decks, for instance, aggro decks that don't mind the 3 life, or decks that have a very clear game plan. They need this specific setup for some specific thing they want to do. Then it can be worth it. It's going to be interesting to see what people make up.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I talked about the decks a couple of weeks ago that I built for this as well. I think Callus was quite strong. Did you see many Callus? People playing Agent Callus, because Callus is one of those things where you can just play anything for 1 extra once a turn. But none of you have mentioned that Callus was played that much.
It's definitely flexible, but I don't think the leader is that strong. Like, the stats are a bit subpar, and usually that matters a lot in limited. But if your pool is like screaming, okay, you have these great bombs in both villainy and heroism, then you could consider it. But something like Aura Sing, which is the same colors, just has a way more impactful both leader ability and deploy, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's I agree, and that's kind of fun that Aura Sing that deploys on 7 actually feels like a really good leader in sealed, at least, because there is so many like 2-drops that only have 1 HP, and you can't play those against Aura Sing because it just kills them. And like this new the new village people, the droid, the laser turrets, is such a good card. Except against Aura Sing, because that's a worthless card against her. So that's kind of fun to see a leader that feels very low statted for a 7 cost to actually be quite good in limited. That's really nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a 7 cost.
3/7, right?
It's a 7 drop or a 7 flip leader, but the action is very relevant through the whole game. Whereas like going back to Chewbacca, trying to build Chewbacca through the time, it's like, well, actually first set it was okay, but the dropping the 3 cost Sentinel each time, early game great, late game, it didn't do a huge amount, especially when the opponent was going wide. So if it's a late drop, the effect has to be worth coming out later, so you're still using it.
Yeah.
What are people looking at in terms of constructed decks this set?
I mean, I've been building my Thrawn from GTL with the Cunning base. I think there is something there. It's very fun to play, at least. He's gotten a few new cards. That's actually the door technician is very good in that deck. Governor's Shuttle is also extremely good. I mean, if you thought Legacy Run with Thrawn was bad before, wait until someone plays Governor's Shuttle defeats Legacy Run. Then you have to destroy one of your units, and then you'd get 12 damage on your unit. So that's not much standing after that, you can say.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Marcus, you don't look too happy. It feels like you played against this deck.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. I mean, the Thrawn Yellow, Magnus have been playing that for a while, like in different versions, and it's always super hard for me to meet that. And the new one here, I played Luke Skywalker green Data Vault, I think it was, and I have played that quite a lot, so I'm fairly good at that deck. I had no chance whatsoever against Magnus Thrawn deck. It's horrible. Magnus play all the decks that I hate playing against.
Do you play with the Force base, Magnus?
What's the
do you play just the 30 HP base?
Yeah,
or Force,
just just 30 HP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I actually did. I've tried out to like take out. I don't have Anakin in the deck anymore. I have Finn instead. I think Finn is a really good card. He can come in, ambush something, and give, like, I have the turret, the shielded Sentinel. You can give that an extra shield if that's on the board. You can do a lot with that. The Stranger is also a great card for the deck. And ambush units that takes away most like threats on ground. And I've loved the Thrawn unit since that was really and it's so oppressive in the Thrawn deck, because you can do so much shenanigans with, like, double triggering his capturing ability. And it's an amazing endgame unit as well, because if your opponent doesn't have any units on board, he comes out ready. You don't have a unit to choose, so that's
kill Legacy Run, 12 damage, clean the board. And then he comes.
Such fun. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be A tier or B plus or something, but otherwise I don't play as you know, I don't play the heroic side of this game, but I have noticed Obi-Wan showing up everywhere right now. I think that's a really good deck. That's for you can look out for if you want to play that side. I haven't played it, but I've faced it a lot, and it feels really good.
I haven't really been playing that much Premiere, but been toying around some deck builds and also hearing from friends that have built some decks. So I saw some locals were looking at Kanan. He looks really fun. There's a lot of cool new Spectres now. And also the Swoop Racers just published a Boba Red deck that looks pretty fun, where you get the Maul and Devastators out pretty early.
Oh, so the new Boba.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds fun.
With the splash base. So you want to play Aura Singh, for instance, which is a bounty hunter. I can give you a credit.
Yeah, because that's the problem right now with him, right? You don't have enough bounty hunters for the deck.
Yeah. And then also maybe want to refresh a bit Han 4. Look into if he's still viable. I did see a fun thing where if you have a credit and you have a space unit out on your deploy turn, you can deploy Han, use the credit to play 2 sudden ferocities, and then Han's ability. So you'll have at least 4 odd upgrades or units, so you can ready up to 4. If you have a second space unit, that's 5. It's kind of crazy getting like 9 power immediately on a unit, and then you're playing aggressive negotiations as well, of course. So.
Yeah, that's a card that's been showing up a lot as well. Aggressive negotiations. I'm not sure if it's actually ban worthy. I think there is a lot of ways to counter the card. It's just that we haven't seen people play like counters to it. I've put Garindan in my Thrawn deck main deck, and against the aggressive negotiations decks, you just name that card, and if you can pick that card from their hand, they don't have as good of a chance to win. So
Jam communications is also gonna spike.
Yeah, and
even in villainy,
Galen Urso as well, I think, is gonna be playable card.
Yeah.
That can turn off credits too.
Yeah, that's can do
I didn't
more stuff.
realize that. I didn't realize that until I played against a deck that had that. I was like, oh, suddenly I can't play credits. I was like, that's smart. That's really smart. Yeah. It's smart when you know the rules, right?
Yeah. And there's another great card actually. Hold for questioning something. A yellow villainy event. It lets you exhaust the unit, look at their hand, and discard a card that shares an aspect with the unit you exhausted.
Yes, yeah, really, really, really.
All the filthy villainy stuff.
Yeah. Alan talked about that being very good in his client screen.
I've been looking at the Kylo Ren deck, Kylo from obviously from Legends of the Force, with the double red card that creates spy tokens when anyone draws a card, because there's so much card draw. Man, that just like
that card is so good.
Yeah. And that's one of the examples of playing the red deck that allows you to ignore an aspect penalty. Get that out turn 2, which is just crazy. And I played against I tested that against a who is it now? Jin Urso deck that will always draw as well. And our man, the spies, and they played that card as well. And so there must have been about 15 spies on the board. But that feels good, because I felt like the red Kylo deck was going to be missing something when Migs wasn't being able to play, because that's a really, really strong start. But now it's like, actually no, it's still viable again.
And that's fun that the splash bases actually opens up that kind of play. Combo deck style of play. That's really fun. I guess people can find a lot of different like actions to do with that.
So. Cool.
I was just saying, I'm not very much of a meta player because I'm not super good at the game. I try to find decks that surprise a little bit. So I am with you. Rebuilt the Sabe deck because I played Sabe Tarkentar. I loved that deck, but it lost all its card. But I'm building that now, and I'm starting to find something there together with Emil. And then I have a Saw deck, Saw Yellow. I love Saw. I think Saw can be something. I think you can, especially with a new Hammerhead, where you can attack with +4 and with a Saw, so you can have you can make 10 damage or something. It's I really like that. And then of course my Ray 5 from the Legends of the Force. It's absolutely trash, but it will work.
Keep believing. You
Yes.
and Ray 5 is like
It's
Jason
me
and
and
Chewie.
Yes.
I'm still keeping a Chewbacca deck for Eternal format. My yellow Chewbacca deck with now there are two of them.
Cool.
I'm still keeping that one going, and now I don't need to keep on moving my Luke Skywalkers out and all the other cards out that are done, because they just
They
I
can
will
just stay there.
I will take my Ray deck to 1 PQ, I think, this year. The PQ in Austria. I will get German cards anyway if I do well, so it's fine.
Amazing, cool. We're kind of just getting to the end of this episode, but
Yes.
just one last question, just one leader each that we choose. Who do you think will be one of the top meta decks this set or this season? In the 4 sets that exist, what do you think is going to be one of the meta decks?
Tough to say. But okay, I'll say Jin seems like that's actually a good top. As long as aggressive negotiations is in the meta, I think that could be if you can play that card. Yeah.
I think we will see unfortunate for me, but I think Mother Talzin can be really strong since there's a lot of low health units in this new set. So I think they can find a good deck with Mother Talzin.
Yeah.
Jonah?
I'm scrolling down the list here, trying to look for something spicy. Maybe I'll say no. I'm gonna give a shout out to Alan and his Decline deck because I think it sounds promising. But I think a card that will come, especially when the meta settles a bit and the control decks start to rise, is Boba.
Yeah.
Because just putting damage, indirect damage, so hard to deal with. So I think the pile Boba will still stay relevant.
Especially the yellow version, I think it got a lot of help this set as well. So
yeah, I think Emphas Nest could be very strong. There's a lot of on attack stuff, especially spaceships in space units in Jump to Light Speed. Especially the bomber, and boosting the bomber in some way, that can be really, really, really strong. Emphas Nest, maybe not the top deck, but I think that could be.
Oh, you're talking about tactical heavy bomber?
Yeah,
deal indirect damage equal to the unit's power.
It can do a good 8-9 damage each time.
I guess you get a sudden ferocity out.
Yep.
What do you think about the pilot decks? Because I've been thinking that pilot decks might be good, like Wedge and Luke and
I've seen some come out.
Since
I've seen some around.
Kind of no upgrade removals.
Yeah.
We have lost a lot of upgrade removals.
I've heard a lot of fuss about Luke Data Vault.
Yep.
Not against your throne, Magnus, but it will.
I mean, I think also the Luke Data Vault can be very good. You just have to maybe build it a bit different. There is that capture card where you reveal 2 green. That is very good. If you have 3 of those in your deck next time, Marcus, maybe if you could capture my legacy run before I can destroy it, that makes the difference in the game. So there is a lot I think you can do with the Luke deck. And because you can't remove him when he is an upgrade, it's going to be tough. However, if we have gotten some new help to take care of Luke. We've gotten the tree card, the tree remembers. So as long as you can try to make Luke deploy on a 3 cost or lower, you can remove him with that card at least. There are ways to manage him, but and we still have Condemn. That's a good card, Luke, I guess.
Condemn is a very, very good card.
I hate that card. I lost Overwhelming Barrage, my hate object number 1, and now I got Condemned. It's like, dude, why are the villainy always these like this?
Come to the dark side.
I'm the only hero player in our locals. Everybody is like, oh, this villainy card is so good. It's like, ugh.
Oh, there are ways to get around it. Just play Sabe, and she'll get rid of it before it's even in the hand.
Yeah.
True. Like I think.
Awesome, cool. Well, we've gone over our normal hour, but it's been really fun to get to know you guys. I really recommend, if you haven't listened to it yet, find Always Tell Me the Odds on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Really, really, really fun, nice listen. So yeah, definitely get to there. Jonah, thank you for joining me and helping me get to know these guys. But most of all, Magnus and Marcus, thank you so much for joining us and taking us deep dive through the pre-release weekend.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Yeah.
And we'll see you in Malmö. I'll be there at least.
For
sure.
And we'll say goodbye from us, and may the force be with you. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.